we're underway here in Week 16. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. 60 or. Check 53 is mine. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. 52. Look. Squeeze.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 23 here on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. No problem there on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
A first carry for a Miami native. This is Dalvin Cook. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Mike. Hey, come on now.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
This short throw caught by Goddard. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A nice little juke. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. He's going to have the first down past the 20. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Saquon Barkley with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now Rosen. He's going to launch it for Washington. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this.
Accelerating, and off he goes. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 25th touchdown, tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken very short. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
And it's 3rd down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey, wahoo!
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Our first update now comes from Atlanta, and it's the NFC champs, the Falcons, that have moved out to an early advantage. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL.
Look at me, zipper! Get it!
They begin with a run by Barkley. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, Charlie!
On 2nd down, here's Stidham. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
That's good for a Dolphins
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
53, Mike.
Now Stidham on 2nd down. Gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 21.
Go now. 8-3. 6-6. Pull it high. Snap.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner, but after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce. 8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
2nd down, Stidham to throw. And that is incomplete here.
2nd down. Incomplete on the throwaway. Brings up 3rd down and 13.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, echo. 53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. 5.
3rd and long. It's Stidham. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
After the interception, here's Rosen. Thomas has got it. Complete. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the 1st. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
They find some open field here. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A big play there out of Cook. Give him 52 yards on the ground.
1st down, Packers.
If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
In a sense I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it because getting points is paramount. Doesn't matter what you do otherwise, don't leave the red zone without putting points on the board.
At the 12-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Rosen to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook, and that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Stepping up, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Josh Rosen, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. As they are now on the board here in the 1st half. The extra point up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, he shifts past him.
Let's go.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Joker. Check 26, check 26.
Now it's Barkley. They're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Here's Stidham. Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This will be fielded at the 17. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10.
At their own 47-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From the 27, Rosen. Looking for his running back, and he's got him.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Middle.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Rosen. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football.
We're going to work.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Now a run with Cook, and he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. They try again with Cook. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. 3rd down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7.
That's it. 180. Hug. Bravo. 53, Mike. 53.
3rd and goal, Rosen. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. This a 43-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Now Brown, after the made field goal, gets set for the kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1-minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock. Give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot, but what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
And he's able to get up here to the 26. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Come on, set. 18, Gator. General West. After you. I'm coming after you. Let's go.
Now Stidham on first down. Looking for Campbell downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Give him 30 yards there. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
This is caught inside the 15. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And his kick is indeed good. So we've reached halftime here. Charles has already thrown off his headset. He's out here. He says, it's Christmas Day. I'm going home. We're not done yet, though. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Tell me what you got.
Again, it's Cook. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Rosen off the play action. Washington's got it. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Von Miller in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Well, this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Here's Rosen. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Von Miller getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, it's Rosen. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So coming up empty here to start the 3rd quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
Let's go. Ready, break.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Mike, number 666, pull it high. I'm here all day. I'm here all day. 53 to Mike. Now.
Stidham. Eluding the pressure right. And his pass incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Hey, high 7.
On 3rd down, Stidham. Got his man, that's Harry. They'll get 34 yards there. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
132 fighter.
Saquon Barkley running right. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point safely through. And a lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now Rosen looking to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. 2nd and 10. It's Rosen again. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. And now it's Rosen looking. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. The extra point up and good. And that will get them one closer. That's fielded in the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. They run, Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Now it's Rosen. And it's caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Josh Rosen keeping it himself from a yard out, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point up and through, and that will shave one more off this lead. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Check. 53's mine. Protein spill. Shoot.
They'll run on first down. Barkley, and he's got room. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the third most in a single year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Point after, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Rosen will throw. Complete to Washington. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Escaping the pressure right. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Back now in Miami. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 42-yard line. Throwing again, it's Rosen. Pressure comes, and down goes Rosen. Von Miller, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
Brings up 4th down.
Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Barkley, and I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Okay, ready?
53, check 53. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike.
Ready?
Stidham, 3rd down from the gun. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year as his guys are back within a single score. The point after is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Again, it's Barkley. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Tight end's right.
Through draw quarters. Hey.
Kill.
Smooth.
51 the mic, boy. 51. Watch the run.
Let's go.
On first down, Stidham. The pass complete to Hakeem Butler. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. On the run, it's Barkley. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
6-6, pull it high. Hey, exit.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 50.
Hard.
Watch the slip.
Snap.
They'll go to Barkley again. And some room to maneuver. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And he will take this all the way down to the Packers' 24.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Whip. Watch the whip. Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, Barkley. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
Twist on travel.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Go, Mike 51. Mike 51.
This is Barkley. Uses the stiff arm. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a second and goal.
Come on, set. 10-2 stop.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
They'll run with Barkley. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be third and goal now. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball and continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 29, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Barkley on first down, running into a wall as he's stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong.